Let's pass on this energy right across the mountains and the seas. Namaste. Please pass it on. Namaste. Please pass it on. So today's topic, Tai Chi Qigong, to build your body's resistance to disease. So I'm sure everybody here is now very familiar with what Tai Chi and Qigong is. I think so, because what we are for the past 2 years, every month I come and bore you with all these topics about energy and blah 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 blah. So I'm sure by now you know it may be imprinted in your brain what is Tai Chi and what is Qigong. So we don't need to go into the basics. Okay? But yes, before I take this more further, I will always remind you of my motto. Everything is energy and keep it simple. Okay, and like I always say, these two beautiful sentences, again, if you really get the crux, the essence of these two sentences, you don't need to be sitting here. We'll all go out of this hall. You will go do your work, I will go do my work. Okay? Then why are we still here? Again, because it is difficult to believe that everything is energy, and very, very difficult to say it is simple, or rather keep it simple. Okay, and again I will tell you, everything is still energy, and if you keep it simple, you will know what energy is. Okay, and when it is simple, everything is really simple in life. Then you no more answer people, कैसा है कोई पूछ लेगा, बहुत tension है यार. You will not say that. Okay, so understanding those two sentences very important, and like I said, they in itself are beautiful healing energy. All those alphabets, all those words come together to create an energy which can give you healing. So if you have a determination and your intention that wherever you do, whatever you do, if your focus is on everything is energy and it is simple, or rather keeping it simple, life is again very, very good. Life is a success, life is a joy, life is everything that you need. Okay? So, building up the body's resistance. We started by taking each part of the body, and it was not really appropriate to have the workshop on this title, the body's resistance, because we did heart. Then what did we do? We did kidneys, we did digestion, okay, and we did so many things. So we have actually covered the whole body, but I think so still, maybe some of you and of course me, still have to come back. Why? Because we still suffer from some problems here and there. Okay? Now, why do you feel this has happened? So we did heart, we did kidneys, we did digestion and all these kinds of things, but then still, there is still some indigestion, there is still some problems with your heart, your blood pressure, there is still some problem with your kidneys. Again, it is all about the focus. We have seen in healing many times when people come to be healed to us. The moment somebody comes to know you do healing, so then they don't want to learn the technique. Then they want healing. If you have seen my previous card, it was learning and teaching and healing. So everybody would get my card, would come to me, sir, you do healing. Forget the teaching side. वो दिखता भी नहीं उनको. Okay. So why it happens is because it was very simple. When people go to a healer, they go carrying with them what is more importantly affecting their lives physically. So maybe the physical pain in their stomach, the indigestion, maybe the heart disease, maybe the lung disease, maybe the kidney problems that they are carrying. Now, like I said, what affects? Yes, there is a couple of things that really affect you. So what are those? Words, thoughts, deeds, actions, emotion, and food. Now, words have a different storage point in the body, thoughts a different storage point in the body, emotions a different storage point in the body. So it is distributed in that way. And like we have learned earlier, whenever there is anger, where does it go and settle? Anger in the anger in the liver. Okay, fear in the kidneys. Okay, please don't turn your body upside down. Okay, that also will call great indigestion. Right? So you know this also very well. So there are different storage points in the body. Okay, so suppose we go to the healer and okay, there's only liver problems, cholesterol, you may get temperature and all those kinds of things. Maybe you become fat, put on weight, you will be very sluggish in the morning. All the things that are symptoms of the liver not functioning properly. Now when you go to the healer and you say you have liver problems, or rather even the doctor, when you go to the doctor and you say you have liver problems, again you are actually focusing on only one part of your body. Now there is a process from point A to point Z. Now by the time the doctor or the healer is focusing only on your liver, okay, and by the time the energy goes through to point Z, the liver is okay, but there is some other thing wrong in your body. Most of the time. And many doctors have also confirmed this, and even if you have gone to doctors, you will also see. You go to any doctor and you tell the doctor, "Doctor, my stomach is paining, my knee is paining, and my head is paining." The doctor asks you, "First tell me what is paining more." The doctor will not give for head, knee and stomach. He will say what is paining more. Okay? But a blessing to us that we have holistic therapies nowadays, where not only that one point in your body is taken care of, but it is seen that that epic point send the earthquake tremors to which all the areas in your body. So if I have a heart problem, then it's not focusing on the heart. If the heart is having an earthquake, the tremors are moving out to my whole body, right to my fingertips. So what all it is affecting? Like we all know, earthquake, the epic area is somewhere else, but the destruction is far, far off. The same thing happens in our body. The same thing. So, and it can come down so minutely to even a small sprain in your little toe. Even a small sprain in your little toe, which you can call an earthquake, can send tremors right up to your brain. So even the toe is so small, such a small thing, but even then you will feel the pain here up. So we are really blessed to have holistic healing, like Reiki, pranic healing, you have Brahma Vidya, you have so many different kinds of things, including Tai Chi and including Qigong. Okay? So that is why I chose this topic of the body's resistance to disease. So what you do is, okay, focus on your troubled area more, but don't forget the other areas also of your body. So if my heart has a problem, I'm not only focusing heart. So I take care of also all my other muscles, all my other bones, all the other organs connected to the heart meridians. That can bring in healing much faster. If you're going to focus on only one thing, by the time this is healed, some other one is already losing its energy. Right? So this is why the topic is today. And instead of not going and pinpointing to some other thing like, something very specific, we said let's take up the whole body. Now most of you have seen it, like usually we always start with going into Shibashi, seeing what Shibashi has to offer for us, okay, for the body's resistance. Very slowly, when they have time, we will pick up a move also from the Tai Chi form. Okay, we will also pick up a healing sound, and again we will have a change of attitude. We will also check out the attitude. Very important. Now, you really cannot say that if I change my attitude and I don't take medication or healing or don't do exercise, healing may happen. And it is vice versa also. You really cannot, be sure that you may take medicines and a lot of medications and even go undergo surgery, and even still there is no healing. Okay? Now, if this happens, then your focus should be those two beautiful sentences. Everything is energy, keep it simple. Because the moment this happens, the moment you are not getting healing, reconcile. Go back to what you were doing, what you are not doing. Okay? See that you have followed certain rules or not. And certain rules pertaining to what? Words, thoughts, deeds, actions, emotions and food. Some way you have broken something into this. Some rules, regulations are broken in all these things. And that's why the healing is not happening. Because it is a combination of all this. Because words will tell you what kind of attitude you have or what other people's attitude have. Words can predict very easily. Thoughts also. Emotions also. Okay? And it is also said. Even food, the food that you eat, also if you are very smart enough, okay? If you are learning a science like Tai Chi and Qigong, the moment you are eating something, and if you have learned Tai Chi and Qigong, you can easily predict the attitude of the person only by looking at the food that person is having. So it's a combination, words, thoughts, deeds, actions and foods. Okay? So, but don't worry. It is also not only food, but is also the way you stand. Can predict your attitude and also can predict the different kinds of diseases you will have because of the style of your standing, the style of your sitting, the style of your attention. All these can also predict what kind of disease you have or in future you are prone to. You can get it. Okay? But don't look so serious. You can be very free. I don't spy on people. Okay? So you can have whatever you want. It will not bother me. I'm not 24 hours, okay, you're eating vada pav, so you will get this and that. No. Okay, be cool about it. Okay, so you can have as whatever you feel like, eat and enjoy yourself, right? So basically, I'm telling you this is because you will know. So it adds to your healing. It adds to the healing. Sometimes it is seen people have acidity, then the doctor will tell you a particular diet. Then our grandparents are there who will tell us one diet. Then maybe our parents will tell us some diet. Then our friends also are there. Arey yaar, soda pi. One will say, nahi, jeera wala soda pi. So, you get all these kinds of things happening. So, food is important. So, when you are really under any circumstances of an ailment, then you will very naturally know that if you have one particular ailment, what you eat and what you don't have to eat. Okay? So this is what happens when you are taking care of your whole body. Now it's very important. It's very important that your body should be strong. So what keeps up your body structure? Number one, the skeletal system. Number two, the muscular system. Number three, the nervous system. Now these three get together to hold the machineries, the real great machines or the engines in your body, like the heart, the liver and the lung. They are held up by these three systems. So you need to have strong bones, you need to have very strong but flexible muscles. Not six packs. Not 6 packs, 22-inch arms. Not a 45-inch chest. Telling you out of experiments. I was a bodybuilder, I was a power lifter. So I know. It doesn't do any good. That is only show. Bas t-shirt pehna. End of story. That can do only that much to you. That can do only that much. Instead, again, not to criticize, not to judge bodybuilding or weightlifting, but if you see, these sports also change your attitude. What sports you are in. I still remember. I won't talk about anybody else. Let me talk about myself. In my days of bodybuilding, whenever I'm walking out the road, I'll look at my arms in the showcase. If there is a car parked, I'll look at the glass and I see my chest is out over there. See how the attitude changes. Automatically, when I would walk on the road, my hands would be here. Okay, I have 3 inches wings coming out, but my hand will move 6 inches out. See, attitude changes. Attitude changes. Ailment is ready to come in. The moment the attitude changes, food changes, thought changes, word changes, there comes in an ailment to take care of you. Okay, so you see how small things. I'm sure all of you, all my young friends who are sometime or the other were into weightlifting, bodybuilding will agree with me. Okay, this is what happens. And it's still happening now. I've seen so many people, so many youngsters today, thanks to Salman Khan, Shah Rukh Khan and all the Khans, everybody is in a gym. I remember going to a gym where I stay in the other, huge big gym. The most crowded time is to be in the evening. How many people? Only 15. The same gym today, people stand in a line. One comes out, the other goes in. Again, whole system changing, whole attitude changing. And they don't go on for many days. You see that guy, okay, he's there, he'll come down from the gym, good arms, good 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Either like this or either like this. Finish. Why? Because once the ailment comes in, then you can't pursue what you are doing. Whether it's your work, your job, your family life, or the sport that you are in. Right? So, enough proof to show you how body is affected by words, thoughts, deeds, actions and emotions. So, we will start today once again by going and seeing what Tai Chi, Qigong, Shibashi has to offer. It offers 5 exercises as usual. The wonderful thing about Shibashi is this. The most wonderful thing. I was amazed when even I started doing it. I was amazed that you don't really have to go through all the 18 exercises. It's divided into parts. Exercise for nervous system, Shibashi for digestion, Shibashi for heart disease. We started with Shibashi for heart disease in our classes also, and this and many benefited through that. So the most amazing thing is that. And to go a little still further, one of the most strongest amazing thing that I seen in Shibashi exercises that you don't really have to do in all the 5. You pick up one and you do it. Like we did indigestion last time. 5 exercises. You pick up one of those exercises, and if you're doing that regularly with that intention, that visualizing, that's enough to take care of your indigestion. One exercise from heart and lung exercise for Shibashi. You don't have to go through all the 5. That was the most amazing thing I found. So that's why instead of focusing more on you doing the full form, I try to bring it down to this. And the same thing happens even with the movement of the form. If you know the form movement properly, there are 1 or 2 movements which you have to do regularly in a chain system or a link system continuously. And then there are the healing sounds. Can you do a healing sound also? So there are so many ways. And like I always say in Qigong, the most wonderful thing is pick up one. Pick up one and do it regular. I'm sure, I don't know, people from Chembur over here, I'm sure all of you guys, if when I taught you, there is, chi or energy, like energy is everything, there is absolute energy is in everything. Whatever you do, say, walk, talk, see, touch, there is energy. In the simplest movement, there is energy. I'm sure when I was in Chembur and when I taught you to do this, and I said this is Qigong, it will cure anything, Most of you must have not believed it. Okay? Now, this is so strong. This is child's play. But believe me, this is one of the most powerful Qigong exercises you can ever do. There is one proof over here who cured acidity just doing this. Severe hyperacidity. Nothing else. No embracing the tree, no 8 jewels, no 42 form, no 24 form. Just sit and just keep moving your fingers in and out. So the exercises are simple and you can pick up one. You pick up one, your job is done. Okay? So let's do. We'll start with our Shivasi since we have 5 exercises to go. And yes, I will not leave the opportunity of Master Sunil Samant being here. So I will ask Sunil Samant also to join me in showing you the exercises. Please, Sunil sir. Give Sunil sir a big hand. Okay. So in this series, the first exercise we have is painting the rainbow. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we'll both do painting the rainbow. Of course, I'll always follow Sunil sir where Shivashi is concerned. And after that, we can all do it together. Okay?
Just remove the excess baggage. Okay.
So we'll start with painting the rainbow. So let's do it. Toes and heels straight line. You can watch us doing it. Slightly bend of the knees. Okay? Visualize yourself, like I said, hanging with a golden thread which is connected up into the cosmic. Always feel that you're hanging. So when you hang, you know how your body is loose. Swaying body. That will make you relax. Keep your tongue up behind your upper teeth always to connect the major channels of your body. The front channel and the back channel. Tai Chi Qigong, as you all know, has to be done completely relaxed without any effort. You're not straining any joint of your body. You're not straining any muscles of your body. Okay, exercise number 1, painting the rainbow. Sunil sir, you lead. Hold the posture, exhale. Inhaling, you are changing your side. Hold the posture, exhale. Inhale to change your side. Hold the posture, exhale. Okay? And when you finish, slowly you can turn your palm outward and bring it down. Right? So you want to do it after each exercise, or you want us to show you 2 and then we'll do 2 exercise?
Yeah.
2 exercise?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one that we are going to do is rolling the arms in horse riding stance. Okay, so horse riding stance, you all know what we are standing now in the home stance or the basic stance we call it, is very comfortable distance between both your feet. Your horse stance could be a little broader than your shoulder. Now only if you can do it, you have to do it. So it's not necessary that you really go broad. It's not necessary. Like I said, no straining the muscles, no straining the joints. So you should know your capacity, how far away from each other you can move your foot. And horse riding stance. So it is as if you're sitting on a horse. It's a slight bend. Okay? Start, sir.
Beginning of the movement is just like this. Raise your hands like this. Then you push with the left forward. Turn around. Let this hand come full swing. Then it starts descending like airplane landing. This push to your left. Brush. Push.
One last move. Okay? Again, how many of you found this move complicated? Anybody found this move complicated? Rolling hands on both sides in horse riding stance? Nobody?
It's not complicated, but difficult to remember.
Very good. That's what I want to do. I didn't want to hear you saying, yes, sir, it is difficult. Because if you would have said it is difficult, then keeping it simple had no meaning. Thank you very much, sir. Okay, so that way. So should we try to do it, all of us? So you can stand on your place. Okay. Pardon? Yeah. Some of you can come here, okay? Some of you who can't see can come here at the side. Some of you who can't see, you can come here at the side. Yeah, come. Come. You can come even on this side. You can come even here. Come. Okay?
Make as much space as possible.
Yeah.
Thereby,
Yeah.
your hands will move freely.
Okay, so you can move your hands freely. Some of you can turn inward also if you need to. Okay, so painting the rainbow, toes and heel straight line, slightly knee bend, tongue up behind your upper teeth. Remember, relax. You are hanging by a golden thread which is connected up to the cosmic energy. So your body is loose, completely relaxed. Slowly as you inhale, you move up to the left side. Shift your body weight to the left leg. Left hand over the head. Right palm in line with the right shoulder. Hold this posture while you exhale.
Let it come.
Now as you inhale, shift your body weight to the right side. Right palm over the head. Left palm in line with the left shoulder.
That's it. Perfect.
Hold the posture to exhale.
Yes.
Inhale. Inhale to the right side. Relax your body. Listen to the music of the universe. So you are dancing, you are painting the rainbow. Visualize the color of the rainbows. Right side. Shift your body weight. Left side. Right side. Left side. Right side. Now we will stop in the center. Up. Face your palms down. And slowly bring your arms down. Feel the energy moving down from the center of your body just to a spot behind your navel. Relax. Okay? Exercise number 2. Wave hands or rolling arms on both sides in horse riding stance. Slight bend of the knee again. Always this is your basic stance. So very slowly move both the arms up. Okay? Push slowly with the left arm out. Okay, you brush your palm. You should feel the energy between both these palms. And this brushes in front. Move the right arm to move backwards. Circle up. Turn this front palm to face up. Now from here, this should come in line with your ears, down like a plane landing. And push forward. Rotate, roll the arm. Go up like a plane flying up. Now the plane lands down in line with your ears. Push forward. Slowly roll the arms up like a plane, flying high up in the sky, getting ready to land down. Push forward. Roll up down. Relax your body. Roll. Up. Down. Okay, now we'll keep our right hand in front. We'll only roll the left hand up. Palms facing inside. Move it. Down. Okay, please sit. We will show you 3 more and then we will all do it together. Again.
See, this is as you said, excuse me, sir. As you said, this is a little difficult to remember or whatever. Now, in childhood, we used to do some exercise like this and like this. So what happens is, this is moving in up and down like this, okay, like this, and then this is moving in circle, okay. It's a little to that extent. What happens is, your hand, this hand moves in one plane, whereas this hand moves in circular. So to make it a practice, to learn this thing, what you can do is initially, just put your hand on your yes, okay, and then fold your hand like this. Like this and push. Once you do this practice, maybe 10 times, 20 times, then you will have the rhythm of pushing forward and taking it now. When you take it round, if you just do it like this, in this fashion, you will have a lot of strain on your shoulder. So, idea here is you should be able to twist yourself. The moment you twist, this movement becomes free. Okay, and once you do with this hand, you start with this. So once both the hands get, the exact coordination,
Body will automatically tune.
automatically, it's a matter of, practice. Okay, it's not that difficult. It's only the coordination, and we are doing it simultaneously. That's why we find it difficult. One short tip I would like to give: always try to remember the name of the movement. Get the correct name of the movement. Okay, try to correlate it. Hardly 5 movements, 4 movements. Painting the rainbow. The moment we say rainbow, suddenly we know exactly where our hands should go and how we start it. Or, rolling the arms in a horse riding. Alright? Thank you.
Okay? So you move to the next one, the flying dove spreads its wing. Sunil sir does it more beautiful than me.
What is it?
Flying dove spreads its wings.
Okay.
Okay? So we will ask Sunil sir to do it. Of course I will do it with him and then we will do all 3, then you can get to do all 3 with us. Okay?
Actually, it's like this. Transfer your weight here and then put it forward. Okay, like this. And then your hands go in circle like this. Really rotate. Like this. And like this. And then need to transfer the weight. Just go like this. Transfer your weight. Transfer your weight. Now this is the simple rocking motion as we call. So when you transfer your weight, with the rear leg, let this leg comes like this. When you transfer here, this knee should come in line with this.
Knee in line with the toe.
Knee in line with this. So you are evenly balanced. Even if you transfer your weight, you are evenly balanced on both your legs. Right?
Okay? So we'll get on to the next one also, the rotating flywheel. Okay, again we'll start with the left side. It's a simple, nice, beautiful move. Okay, relax again. Remember, don't never forget this golden thread. Okay, it does a lot to you. The moment you think you are hanging by a golden thread, your body automatically relaxes at least 25 to 30%. Otherwise, when the moment you stand and don't think of the golden thread, you are all tightened up. So, the moment you come into the stance, think of the golden thread. You will go limp. Okay? So, very slowly you are going to move from the left side. Inhaling. Exhaling down from the right side. Hang your hands. Inhaling up from the left. Exhaling down from the right side. Okay, you continue the same in the opposite direction now. So, inhale up from the right side. Exhale down from the left side. Inhale up. Exhale down. Okay, the rotating flywheel. The last one that you will do is stepping and bouncing a ball. Okay, again another amazing exercise. Always remember, the more you can balance on one leg, that too with your eyes closed, the more better. Of course, we are not going to ask you balance your leg with one, but at least with your eyes open, if you can balance. Okay, and like Sunil sir was talking about rhythm, I always tell people, last time I mentioned it, again I'll give you a reminder, those who are new. Your whole life, I explained it very well last time in detail. Your whole life is made up of straight lines, crooked or curved lines, numbers and rhythm, music. You should recognize this. You should recognize these things in your body. I explained very well also what is a straight line, what is a crooked line. So if you want to see it again, you can catch Anju and ask her for a print of the video. Okay? Yeah. So Anju can do that, so you'll get a complete explanation. I explained what is a straight line in your life, what is a crooked line in your life, what numbers mean in your life, and what is rhythm. You must have seen us doing it. You see, if you look at us and if you tell you this is not Tai Chi, this is not Qigong, we would have just played some music and we would have done this, what you would have called it? A dance. So that's the rhythm, and I call it the music of the universe. So you should open your ears to listen to the music of the universe. That music of the universe moves into your body, and then you have one of the best partners that you can ever have. And that is the universal energy. If you can dance with the universal energy, there is no better partner than the universal energy. So that's what you have to see for all the movements in Tai Chi and Qigong. Okay? And it doesn't take a lot. I told you many times, it doesn't take a lot. Intention. Okay? The power of the mind, or mind chi, or intent chi as we call it in Tai Chi and Qigong. Use it, you will hear the music. If you don't put your intent, and very simply again I will also tell you this, where the mind goes, energy flows. So if you are here, you want to get benefit, your mind is here, you are focused here, the energy is here with you. If you are sitting here and you are wondering whether it's raining heavily outside, how will I go home? The mind goes to the rain and your way to go home. Okay? Very good. So let's do bouncing the chi ball. Sunil sir lead.
Rise, lift your left leg and right hand. Bounce. Transfer your weight on left and bounce. Go left and bounce. Right and bounce.
Okay? So this is the 3 that you are going to do with us. So again try, again remember, listen to the music of the universe, create, or rather I should not say create, because we all of us have a rhythm in our body. Okay? Because we walk in style, we talk in style, we eat in a particular style. Those are all musical rhythms. Okay? So you have to find out the most easiest one. When the actions that you produce with your body is very easy, without any effort, without any strain in your body, mind and soul, that's the rhythm of your body. That's your rhythm. It cannot be somebody else's rhythm. Okay? So you should see your movement. Even rolling the arms, don't struggle. We cannot go more. Even this much is enough. This is your rhythm. We practice, that's why we can twist more and go. So don't, okay, if you see us doing it, doesn't mean this. The rhythm of my body cannot be the rhythm of your body. So fine, maybe you will go just here. Maybe you cannot go here, you will go here. Even this is fine. So you should find your rhythm. Okay? Again take your places very comfortably. We will start.
You have 100% capacity. Use only 70% of your threshold. Okay, within the limit of what you can do. Okay, alright. Design, work out your own style. Make out your own style.
Come, some of you can come. Come in front. We have lots of place. We have lots of place.
Idhar aaiye.
Okay? So with the left side, come sir, come. Come, we have not. If all the tall people come here, I'll be seen in the video. Say that. Yeah. Okay, so once again get the posture, relax, slight bend of the knee, toes and heel straight line. Keep your tongue up, and again remember, feel that, have the intent. You are connected to the universe by a golden thread starting from the top of your head moving up. Feel your body going limp. Okay, very slowly bring the toe in, heel out, move your hand up and open. First open back. Okay, now when you close, in front, use your arms like a wing, relax, inhale to open, exhale to close, again inhale to open, exhale to close, inhale to open, exhale to close. Bring the leg in, out. Now the moment you keep the heel out of your right leg, open to inhale, exhale to close, inhale to open, exhale to close, inhale, open, exhale to close, inhale, exhale. Keep your palms where it is, bring your toe in, come back to basic stance, slowly move the palms down, feel the energy moving down into your body. Okay, next movement, the rotating flywheel. Leave your hands limp and loose, you should not catch. Okay, and now when you're turning with the dantiyan, you're turning with your waist, your hands are following. Okay, hands don't lead up, your body turns, then your hands move up, your knees are straight till you are here in front. Now while you exhale, slowly move to the right, bend the knee, bring your arms down, very slowly, inhale up from the left side, exhale down from the right side. Inhale up from the left side. Exhale down from the right side. One last time we will do it on this side. Inhale up. Exhale down. Now we are going to move from the right side up. So inhale up from the right side. Exhale down from the left side. Very slowly. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One last time. Inhale up. Exhale down. Relax. Okay, we go on to the last exercise, stepping and bouncing a ball. Okay, so the right hand goes up with the left leg. Now you don't need to come right up. Okay, so even if you can just lift a little, if you don't feel that you cannot balance, even that's fine. Okay, so slowly you see, watch this, you shift your body weight. If you lift from here, your body will become crooked, you will go out of balance. What do you do? The navel point. Okay, something here is the balance of your body. So you shift this and then you lift the leg up. It becomes easier, right? Are we ready? So inhale up, exhale down. You see how the body weight shifts. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale. Inhale, exhale, and relax. Okay, now whenever you have done this 5 exercises, there is a lot of energy. There is a lot of energy that you create around you, and there is a lot of energy which you can bring in from the atmosphere, from the cosmic, from the earth. You harmonize it in your body. The energy which you have harnessed and the energy within your body has to be harmonized. So you have to bring in the body from the energy from out into the body. You have to get used to that surrounding. Okay, it's such a beautiful thing, and it's very important that we all be in harmony with our surrounding. This is one beautiful exercise that does that. So the more you are bringing energy from out into the body, the more you can get harmonized. You fall in love with the surrounding, wherever you are, whatever you are. Okay, unless you do that, you will be cribbing about the surroundings wherever you are. So the moment you are getting energy from that, there is some kind of bonding happening, because who can exchange? You exchange something with people, you give something with to people, or you take something, is only when there is a little bit of love, a little bit of compassion and understanding. Without that, you cannot give and take. Yes, you can give and take. What you can give and take? Bullets, bombs, knives. Okay, but that is not going to be useful to any of you. At the end, there will be disharmony. But this brings you harmony. So what you do is you feel the energy from the earth. Okay, very slowly just circle, and as you're moving up, you come up to the solar plexus or the heart center. You are feeling the energy of the atmosphere. As you move up, you feel the energy coming from the cosmic, or you can call it heavenly energy. Now when you move it down, you feel that energy coming into your body from the center of your head in a straight line, moving down, right down, and it collects just behind your navel, which is called the Dantian. Okay, or the place where all of us, you and I, can harness and collect energy. So once again, let's use a little breathing. Inhaling, collect the earth energy, atmosphere energy, the heavenly energy. Exhaling, bring it down. Let it go and be collected in the Dantian. You can visualize the Dantian lit up in a golden light. Once again, inhale, feel the earth energy, use the intent, atmosphere energy, heavenly energy. Exhale, bring it down into the body. One last time. Inhale, collect in the earth energy, collect in the atmosphere energy. Bring down the heavenly energy. Move all three down into the Dantian. Slowly move your hand around out. Bring your palms close together. Okay, very slowly do this. Very slowly. Just very slowly do this. And feel what happens between your palms and what is happening on your fingertips. Now slowly move your palm away and bring it close. Slowly move your palm away and bring it close. Slowly. Just roll forward for a little while. Just roll it a little bit of forward. Okay, now keep rolling. Keep rolling. And move your hands downward. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Move your hands downward. Let them hang to the side of the body. And concentrate on your palms and your fingertips. And just feel what is happening, what sensation is happening. Now whatever you feel in your palms and fingertips, make it rise up. Make it rise up to your shoulders, to your head, to your body, to your chest, to the back, to the feet, to the toes. Once again, if you still feel that happening, again make it move. Make it move to an area in your body which is painful or has an ailment. Move that feeling, move that sensation to your heart, move it to the stomach, wherever you feel you need it. Just have an intent, it is there. And whatever you feel in your palms and fingers, you will feel in that organ. And bring your palms close, rub your palms. Okay, now if your palms are warm, you may again use this energy which was left in your palms on painful areas, or you can massage your face, which most of the ladies do in my class. The moment I say harness and please sit down. Please sit down. The moment I say harnessed energy, okay, use the energy on painful areas. Everybody's palms on the face.
It's a natural reaction.
Pardon, sir?
Natural reaction.
Yes, yeah. And like Veena has said, yes, really, but even if you can do that, you will not need to go to a beauty parlor or something of that sort. Like she said, your face shines, your face will start to glow. Yes, it surely can do that. Okay, so this was Shivashi pertaining to your resistance, building your body's resistance. Now again remember, a healing will happen on those levels like I said. Okay, words, thoughts, deeds, actions, emotions and food. And very simply, I have told you many times, the moment there is pain, the body is telling you, enough, take care. So the moment there is little gurgling in your stomach or acidity in your stomach, your body is telling you, enough of masala, enough of spice, enough of oiling. So change, at least for that some moment. A little bit of moment you have to change. I will come to what is called the healing sound. Okay, the healing sound that you can do to bring resistance in your body is a beautiful 2-alphabet word. Okay, hue, a hue with a lot of or a middle bass, a hue, not like this, but hue. Like the Om, you end with anything. Actually the Om, many a time, of course, when I was learning how to chant Omkar, it was always equal for U and equal for Ma. There was nothing in between. Burger Arch, both sare style aa gaya. The U is short, the M is long. For some people, the M is long, the U is short. I don't know what not has come. Okay, so there are different things coming. This is said to be a vibration to the whole body. Very simple thing, very simple explanation. If there is dirt falling on your body, what you will do? Dust it, shake it. Chanting you will do that. Chanting you also goes a step further. So it not only brings vibration into your body, it also vibrates your energy body or your aura. When we are chanting you, we have done a lot of Krylon photography and I don't know, magnetic energy photography, and we have seen that when we are chanting and these photos or the images were taken, the aura is to expand. And expand, when I say expand, not 1 inch, 2 inch. The aura is to expand 20 feet, 25 feet, and it's to merge in the other people's aura also, without your aura getting affected. So if the aura can vibrate to the frequency of you, then your body also can vibrate. Okay? Now, let me explain to you a very, very simple thing. Many a times when we talk about chanting, we have done a very beautiful class of chanting also over here, meditation, which we did a lot of chants, beautiful chants. And then people turn around and say, मेरे पास तो गुरु मंत्र है. Why not me chant the Guru mantra? Some people say, why not chant, what do you call, Om. Some people say, why don't I chant Gayatri mantra? It's a very simple thing. At least this is my personal view. You may like it or you may not like it, but it's a fact. I experience things very difficultly, very difficultly. There was nobody, there was no teacher to tell me this. I wish I had a teacher. I would not fallen into ditches many times. Because what I am teaching you today is, I have fallen many times into ditches, I have climbed out again another ditch and up and down. See where Om, where Gayatri mantra is concerned, okay, where the Mahamritranjay mantra is concerned, all these mantras are very sacred. They are connected to that energy which is omnipresent, which is vast, which some of you and I call God. Now, can you tell me, if God comes down today and sits in hell privately, he'll say, hi God, come sit down, take a seat. Kaisa hai, bahut din ke baad niche aaya. Will you do this? Will you do this? Or can you do this? No? No. You will give him special treatment. Why? Because of the sacredness of the energy that he carries. Om is a chant of the gods. Gayatri mantra is a chant of the goddesses.
Sound vibration.
Okay?
Sound vibration.
No, not sound vibration. What I am teaching you is sound vibration. Now, when there are sacred chants to be chanted, then you should be a purified person, body, mind and soul. Then the chant will work for you. Very sorry to say, I have seen people, I am not talking about only the temples, I have seen people even in church, I have seen people in the dargah and the mosques. क्या स्कोर हो गया? माला हाथ में. अच्छा ठीक है, चलो कोई बात नहीं. एक वड़ा पाव दे. Chanting. I have seen people in the churches. Before we enter the church, there is something called the sign of the cross. In the name of the Father, hand of the Son, hand of the Holy Spirit, and then Amen. I have seen people in churches. Get in the church. Where is the sacredness? So if you are going to chant those kind of sacred chants, there should be a purification of body, mind and soul for you to connect. Others, believe me, I will guarantee you, 100 years chant Om, 100 years you chant Gayatri mantra, whatever mantra you want, sacred mantras that are very beautiful Indian tradition has. Chant it for years, you will not benefit. You will benefit only 5% to 10%. I have seen it with my own eyes. I have seen so-called people, big name, thousands of people attending his discourse. In 1 second, that leader, that teacher gets angry in 1 second. और मुंह में देखेगा. Everywhere he uses that chant. I will not say. If I say the chant, you will know who I am talking. What is the use? What I say is, we use what we can vibrate with. Maybe I am a very honest person, or maybe I am a very hard traditionalist. But you cannot act all your life, can you? Can I stand in front of you and keep acting? I'm a very holy person, I'm a very this person. Nahi. How many days I will act? How many days? Somewhere or other, somewhere I will leave my guard down and you will see, कितना बड़ा बात करता है, साला देख क्या करता है. So why not be who you are? And for people like you and for me, sound energy. This is more like us, this is more for us, we can easily be with it, and it will also give us benefit. Sound frequency you can be with. I'm not saying you cannot chant the Omkar, I'm not saying you cannot chant the Gayatri mantra. You can. I'm not saying you cannot chant Om Namah Shivaya or the Hanuman Chalisa, you can. But are you prepared to take that kind of energy? No, none of us, including me. I'm no great teacher, I'm no great holy person. So what can work with you? See, even we do it in our day-to-day life. We like one vegetable, we don't like the other vegetable, isn't it? We like one color clothes, we don't like the other color's clothes. So why not we not, let sacredness, godliness be with the godly people and the sacred people, and why not we be like ordinary human beings? Hai na? And why I tell you this, I've seen so many so-called big people, when they